Hey, 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 hey. Look here, man. I told y'all, look, I'm being consistent. Okay. I don't even know how many episodes this is, but I'm back again. Guess who's back again. Uh y'all doing all right? How was y'all weekend? I didn't get much of one. I got a day off. That's all right. We're gonna be back to it though. Uh uh anyway, y'all saw the title up on there. But yeah, I've been Mr. Consistent. I know y'all been seeing uh been Mr. Consistent. Y'all been getting the podcast every week. That's what I'm doing. That's the dedication. Okay. And also on top of that, I mean, man, I'm what I've learned, y'all, is I'm falling back in love with because me and writing have this love-hate relationship, which I gotta stop saying. Right. But we got this love-hate relationship, and I'm falling back in love with just going through the small process of just writing out the story, which is great. And what podcast is this, y'all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. This is podcast number. We've been doing this for 8 weeks, y'all. We've been doing this for 8 weeks straight. This is what I'm talking about. Consistency. Look here. One more podcast, and that beats out the series of the shows that I didn't put out. Which is awesome. So y'all saw the name of the podcast. It is the top 5 male R&B groups of all time. But before we get into that, we got some other things to discuss. I remember I telling y'all about the play and stuff like that, and I got to get my get back. Not gonna say too much. Got something coming for some get back. We'll just push that to the side. We'll remember that this podcast right here. That's what I told y'all. We're gonna make up for that, and we're gonna make sure that I ain't gonna be like, Lord, so many things. Yeah. So anyway, before we get into the, 5 R&B, I mean not 5 R&B groups, the best R&B group. I want to talk about what's wrong with these movies nowadays. Why we don't really have any classics nowadays. I feel like I've discussed this before, but we don't appreciate the era that we're in. And on top of that, like our era is more than just the social media. It's more than just being on the phone and like that. Look, we still love witty humor. All right, we still like stuff to sit there and make us think. We still like those emotional tugs and all that type of stuff. But I feel like everything has no base to it, and it's just playing around with the other things. Like the only difference between this era and any other era is that we got social media now. But other than that, what makes our era pop like those other eras popped, right? Because of course, there's still those talentless people, but we still have talented people. What's holding us back from appreciating ourselves? Like we bring in the styles of the big clothing back, not too, it fit right, but it's big clothing. You know what I mean? It's not. It don't look ridiculous like the early 2000s. I stand by this. Early 2000s had the worst style of clothing we've ever had. I want to have anybody who disagrees with me on that. Early 2000s had the worst style of clothing. I wasn't a fan of it. And they've been working me like a dog, y'all, which I'm appreciative. I got a job, right? But working like a dog as far as hours, you know what I mean? Hours and then the amount of days that I have off. But this year is a little different than last year. Last year, I worked on a shift to where I would only have during this time. I worked on a shift to where I only had 1 day off consecutively. Now I'm gonna have 2 days off, but this first week I had 1 day off again, and I was like, whew, and I damn near slept the whole day. But that's okay. That's all right. We're gonna recover. We're gonna be all right, built to last. Something about me put a foot in your ass. You know what I mean? That's what you tell this month. All right, tell that month you're gonna put a foot in their ass. As y'all can see, I accidentally shaved my face. Let me tell you what happened. So as you can this, you can still see this. This is gonna get touched up this week. I'm getting all this fixed this week. This is gonna come down. It's not gonna be as what's it called, as high and stuff. It's just I'm getting it all together. But this is all scraggly and stuff. So I try to trim it on the sides and stuff, and then I went like, and I was like, I gotta shave my beard again. And people say I look younger with this, but I don't know. I feel like I look older. You know. Seems like forever I've been waiting on you. In the world it is. I feel like I look older with this than I do with the full beard and stuff. But okay, that's all right. I'll take a compliment. I just, I don't know how to take that. Only being 26, I don't know to take you look younger. Like, how old did I look before then? You just look, my black ain't cracking to me. I don't think it's cracking to me. But y'all, this fitness journey is going good. Hungry. I smoked a turkey. Man, when I tell you that thing is still moist. I know people don't like the word moist, but that thing is still moist. The breast is what we're talking about. Still moist. But anyway, we're gonna go back to appreciating our eras. All right. And the thing, like, I don't understand, like, we got culture. Don't ask me what, but we got culture. Okay, that's not too clear. But we got culture. And we're just not appreciating it. I think we needed to appreciate the basis, the foundations of the culture. And I think that the foundation of this culture is acceptance. And that's something that we could utilize inside of our music, our movies, our forms of entertainment. Just acceptance around, no judgment. And I think that that's the kind of culture that we've kind of set for this period, and we can't even embrace that. The 90s had their culture. There was knocking down barriers. First of all, every decade was knocking down a different barrier, and now we finally got into the decade to where we're reaching some acceptance, some non-judgment, lack of prejudice inside of this. And I feel like we need to take that to our advantage. I don't like it. It gets a lot easier to see whatever else is going around, and then you get down to the root cause of, hey, what is this and why is this our culture? That's it. So yeah, appreciate your error. Okay, so we need to stop recycling the same old movies because it's not hitting the same, because it doesn't have the same essence. And the reason why I don't have, you're trying to be too much like the carbon copy. You're a carbon copy, right? So you're trying to recapture something that can't be recaptured. You know what I mean? You have to make each thing its own entity, and then that's the best way it's gonna be that. Y'all like my hair like this though? Y'all like my hair like this? How y'all like my hair? Or what about this? You know what I mean? Because look, I can go like this. Matter of fact, I kind of like this. I ain't even know. Y'all like my smile? Okay. Anyway, so we got to stop recycling the same old movies over and over again. I just watched Good Burger 2, and it was cool. It wasn't Good Burger 1, but then I started thinking about it. I was like, let's think about the humor of Good. Look, I'm great. No, it was kind of that, it stayed, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. But some things just need to be left alone. At first, it just hitting you. If it's hitting you for nostalgia reasons, I feel like is, if it takes you 20 years to reboot something, just let it go. Just to reboot something, just let it go. Just leave it alone. We don't need to watch it no more. because after that you're just trying to just it's the nostalgia factor, and then I feel like it just gets really lazy after that. Anybody else agree with that? Like barbershop took so long, everybody trying to hit on the police brutality and stuff like that, rather than just, and I'm not saying police brutality ain't real, because it very much so is, but you know what I mean? Like, stop trying to ride the wave of what's happening on these current events, and then just make a true story. That's what I appreciate. Make a true story. Now, oh, he got shot for no reason. When, first of all, any other barbershop, we was talking about the barbershop getting taken away. He always wanted to sell the shop. And now you over here bringing up the board getting, and then the barbershop. Okay, the barbershop is a staple in the community. That's fine. That's completely fine. People should be able to come together and stuff like that is completely fine. But I just feel like they just forced the issue on politicizing barbershop. What was barbershop political? You had Anthony Anderson run his damn, hit his hand, squeeze his hand on the ATM. Squeeze his hand on the ATM. What are we doing? 20 years after, I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to see it. Let's not even do it no more. 20 years down the road, you just trying to get a quick old, and look here, I ain't in your pockets. I ain't trying to take your money away. But leave it alone. Leave it alone. 20 years down the line, it's over with. Over with. What they make that one movie, Red Man, Method Man. Y'all know How High. How High 2, didn't watch it. White Men Can't Jump, I watched it. It was trash. 30 years down the line, leave a movie alone. 20 years down the line, leave the movie alone. I watched The Incredibles 2. After what that take, like 10 years, 15 years? That wasn't it. That was not it. Let's leave it. Leave it in the past. Okay? We could just think about what could have been. Let's stop talking about Friday. Friday cannot have the same culture today that it did back then. We got too many. It ain't even gonna be a good story no more. Pop's gone. And then, like, we just gonna recycle, and stand-up comedians do it, but recycle the same. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. What was we gonna laugh about this time? We started formulating the stories ourselves. How you gonna formulate a story yourself and then start laughing at it? No. The fans was formulating the stories for y'all just to see what they. Do you get the how quick they could pull a heist on you on that? You wrote the story for us. We gonna put that story. We gonna make billions off of the story that you made inside your head. What else could they do? Some things you just outgrow. Like, okay, Boys in the Hood. Everybody seen Boys in the Hood. Okay, that was about living in the hood. As simple as put, South Central. All right, a ex-convict. He over here trying to make sure his son don't follow the same route that he going under. Juice. All right, look here. You can be, friends and all that type of stuff, and then like you just get so far gone into, these kids are getting so far gone into, this lifestyle that you can't turn back from. You know what? It was very simple, but it appreciated the realness of that time. It appreciated the realness of that area. We don't have that these days. Like, because we can't separate ourselves from the social media factor to the real life factor of the world, because we still have the real life factor. We just get on social media and then it's just a completely different culture out there because we try to predicate that as real life. It don't work. It don't work. And we try to base too much, and then it become cheesy. Don't nobody like it. You know what I mean? And then we just start watching old movies again. But there's some shows that are out that are really good. But sometimes it does not give me a classic movie that you have seen in the past 5 years. Classic movie. Yeah. Rewatchability factors. Matter of fact, what is the most recent holiday movie that y'all have seen these days that y'all can rank up with the holiday movies of in the past, the 80s, 90s, 60s, 50s, in the past 20 years? The last good and you know, I could not be thinking about one right now, but the last top uh Christmas movie I can think of was 23 years ago, How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. Tell me I'm wrong. You're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? You're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? I think that's a big issue. Maybe it's an issue to me. Maybe it ain't no issue to everybody, but it'd be an issue to me. That's okay. That's all right. And just me. So my question, let's go ahead and start talking about fictional R&B groups or just music groups inside of movies. What's your favorite, y'all? Do y'all like the Dream Girls? What about the Five Heartbeats? Hold on, let me go over here. What must I say? What must I do to know how much I think about you? What must I say? Sparkle. Sparkle was good. Sparkle was good. Fighting Temptations was good. What's your favorite? I started thinking about that. It's got to be Five Heartbeats. It's got to be Five Heartbeats. Eddie Kane. Is there a heart? Is there a heart? What's your favorite fictional music group? I'm always asking these questions because they calculate it, right? I always got something up in my sleeve. What's in your sleeve, Ray? What's in your sleeve? I got something in my sleeve. But anyway, so Five Heartbeats, that's for me. You know, Fighting Temptations was dope. Fighting Temptations was a dope movie. And I'm talking about black, y'all. I'm talking about black. Don't say Joyful Noise. And I can't even really say that's black. Oh, Sister Act. That might be it. Sister Act might have taken over Five Heartbeats. You know, you got Lauryn Hill up in there, Whoopi Goldberg. How did I forget about Sister Act? You know, it's been so long. Like, I think it's because Sister Act might do it, but I don't know. A heart is a house full of love, and I've learned that it don't take much to break it all. That man. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know these movies. Maybe I just got too much of an old soul. I'm just sitting back in the 90s and stuff to where I'm appreciating these movies. But I feel like if you can't tell me what is your favorite music movie, black music movie, right? Five Heartbeats was so good. I thought they was a real group. I thought I thought Eddie Kane was real. Robert Townsend did so good. Man. Five Heartbeats, that's second, but Sister Act, that's number one. Because when he hit that note, when Jesus, I'm not gonna hit it. I can't hit it. I'll sound like how I did in the play. What I say is how I feel, so believe it's true. I've got to know you true. Oh, Lord. I sound like I say, you know, I'm like when Jesus. Hey, wait a minute. It might sneak up on you. I'm just playing. But no. But anyway, let's get to the main part. Okay, so I said best male R&B group. So you got your R&B groups, you got, you know, you got your eras, you know, you got Temptations, Isley Brothers, you got Jodeci, New Edition, the Four Tops, you got the Jackson 5, you got Boyz II Men, Dru Hill, Tony Tone, And 112, even though 112 should not be in that list because they got Cupid and what is that? Anytime, anywhere. We can do into the bedroom, water down, but so as we're talking about that with the best male R&B groups, my favorite is gonna be Jackson 5, just Michael. All I do is think of you. That's not Troop. That's the Jackson 5. My bad, the Jacksons. That's the Jacksons. I can't wait to get to school each day and wait for that's that. That's them. Okay. Troop. And then they did another rendition. But Jackson 5, that's it. But my question is, in order to be the front man of the group, do you got to be the best vocally talented person in the group? Or do you just have to have that charisma? Because I can say this with a lot of stars. There's a lot of stars that were great leading stars, great single artists, and they were not the best vocally. They just had that charisma. They knew how to draw to the crowd. They brought excitement to the stage. They knew how to keep the presence on them. Now, of course, there's those anomalies like Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross, Michael Jackson. There's Adele. These powerhouses. My bad. Should I say Aretha? I'm not gonna give my opinions. I love Aretha. I'm putting some respect on her name. I'm not gonna say Patti LaBelle. Fight me. I don't like that. She sounds like Freddie Jackson now. Freddie Jackson. Have y'all heard Freddie Jackson start singing now? What happened to his voice? He can't sing worth a lick no more. Freddie Jackson cannot. I'm not just gonna sit here and roast these folks. But the top fictional music groups of all time. Okay, if I take the Jackson 5 out of it, Temptations got to be in the conversation. Isley Brothers got to be inside the conversation. Who am I thinking about? Oh, hey, temperatures rising to the feet. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire has to be in that conversation. But I don't think that you have to be the best vocally talented in order to be a front man. That front man just got something in them. Of course, Freddie Mercury was the best vocally talented in his group, in Queen. Excuse me. But what about New Edition? Bobby Brown wasn't the best. Bobby Brown was not the best vocally talented person inside of New Edition, but he had everything else. He was killing them on stage. He was this close to beating Michael Jackson for an album of the year. This close. Bobby Brown was different. Y'all gonna put some respect on Bobby's name. My heart belongs to Ronnie. Y'all gonna put some respect on Bobby's name. And he was not the most talented person on the group. And argue with your mama about it. There's some other groups, huh? Do y'all feel like how y'all feel about Cisco? I ain't saying Cisco can't sing. I'm not saying that he wasn't the best vocally talented in the group. Do y'all feel that way? Okay. All right. Didn't think so. I just don't know, because I mean, if we got the likes of James Brown out here, just I got another unpopular opinion. I don't feel like James Brown was that bad as a singer. I don't feel like he was that bad as a singer. I feel like that it was pleasant on the ear. Hey, got to have it, good people. Wait, I'm singing money, 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 y'all know what I'm talking about. The big picture. I'm mad until I say. I don't feel like people over here talking about that James Brown can't sing. I do not feel like that he cannot sing. It was a unique voice, and I did not mind listening to it. I can go listen to the payback right now. I can go listen to that right now and just be like, And it's not just the dum dum dum. It's not just the bass. It's not the beat. It's not none of that. I can listen to James Brown voice. It's a man's world, but it will mean nothing. I can listen to that because if that's the case, on top of that, how y'all feel about Prince's singing? Oh no, I didn't just say that about. Dig if you hear the picture, you and I engaged in a kiss. Well, your body covers me. Come on now. Can you, my darling? I don't feel like for Prince to be that big, I do not feel like his vocals matched up with the high. Prince was cold. Prince was cold. To tell me a song to where y'all just heard Prince and say Purple Rain if you want to. Say Purple Rain if you want to. I know plenty of singers that would just blow him out the water. He was not that musically gifted as far as vocals. But everything else, he could play these instruments and all that type of stuff. And it's the pure emotion, the presence that he gave with the music and stuff. But vocally, you do not have to be the best. I don't know if y'all heard a lot of those 1960s and 70s groups and stuff like that, but some of them people couldn't sing like that. Some of them people couldn't sing like that. And then they were like, oh, they just not as good as they was back in the day. I don't know if you go listen to the 70s. The 70s got a lot of them. 70s got a lot of people inside of them groups. It was just like, man, I don't think you can really blow like that. The people who never came to fail was the Temptations. They always had them a good front man. David Ruffin, what's the other one's name? In my mind, whoa, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, Temptations always had somebody. But if you go look inside of them, and I know that ain't the 70s, I know that's the 60s, the 50s, and some of that was in the 80s. Some of it was there. But as far as the 70s, go look in there. You're gonna start like, could they really? They could sing, but they couldn't blow. You know. And then some of them just like I don't know. There's a lot of people that I can listen to some songs, and I'll be quick to go listen. Hello, my love, the Brothers Johnson. I heard a kiss from you. Look, I can listen to Strawberry Letter 23, but then like if I'm listening to it, be like, man, this really don't sound that good. So I was so happy when CeeLo Green came out with Strawberry Letter 23, his rendition. When I heard that on the Proud Family, I was like, I need that. And then I finally got to get it on my phone, and now I can listen to that anytime. And now that's one of my favorite songs. But like, go listen to the Brothers Johnson. And first of all, go listen to who actually wrote it right before who wrote it and did it. And then you listen to the Brothers Johnson, you hear those two, and it's just like, And then like, okay, let me be more controversial. The Eagles. Hotel California. Hey. So, I feel like we be trying to be a little too damn picky on what we like as far as vocally talented people. Vocally talented people. I just, you know what? I mean, sometimes like, music is music, but it ain't always the vocals. It ain't always the vocals, but we got to stop lying about what's pleasant to hear versus what ain't pleasant to hear, because I've been listening to so much stuff. Look here, Reefa couldn't really. Reefa didn't do it to me. Aretha didn't do it for me. Aretha ain't do it for me. Chaka Khan would be off and on. Patti LaBelle, I didn't like cracking your voice on purpose. Somebody said to me, Shirley Caesar, all she can do is scream. First of all, I like rasping your voice. I liked it, so that's appealing to me, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I can hear that rasp inside of James Brown's voice. That's what it is. But I feel like we be being too strict on what we listening to. You know, if that's their style of singing, that's their style of singing. You just listen to their preference. All of a sudden they can't sing. For Patti LaBelle, when has it ever been good vocally to crack? But we just let her pass for all these years. This is 60, 70 years of a body of work that she has put together, and we just allowing her to crack on purpose and think that that sounds good. And first of all, I think without the cracking, Patti LaBelle has a good voice. But she has made that staple to where that does not sound good. And then Aretha, what started, of course, when she got old, okay, I understand. But I didn't see some people in their 70s still singing. And I understand it's different for people, but no. What you want, baby, I got it. What you, if I could do that and I'm playing around, I don't, no. You know I got it. Yeah, I heard her sing the Star Spangled Banner, and I was just sitting here, and nobody roasted Aretha on that. Everybody else get these jokes, but Aretha didn't get them jokes. Oh, say, can you see? That's exactly how she sounded. Anybody else, I think they joked around with Shaka Khan. They joked around. They joked around with a few people. But Shaka Khan comes to mind about the Star Spangled Banner, and y'all didn't make not one joke about Aretha Franklin. And I'm kind of mad about that. I'm a little salty. I'm really salty about that. How y'all gonna come from Shaka, but y'all not gonna keep the same energy on Aretha? I'm coming after all y'all's vocal royalty, all of them. I'm not sitting here. I ain't playing with it no more. Okay. Those people who are vocally talented, they're going to get their shine one of these days inside the groups or whenever they go solo and stuff. But I'm just saying, as a front man, you do not have to be the best person in the group. And I'm looking at all these groups so if we take the Jackson 5 out and we take the Temptations out, you got Jodeci and you got New Edition. I don't feel like it's fair to put those two against each other. I don't feel like it's fair to put Earth, Wind, and Fire in this conversation. Give me the fourth spot. The fourth spot on the Mount Rushmore. Boyz II Men. And Nathan would have his time, Sean would have his time, and Wanya would have his time. But we all knew Wanya was the best person vocally inside that group, and they wasn't doing no dancing and stuff like that inside of Boyz II Men. I'm thinking about true showmanship whenever I'm thinking about these R&B groups too. So sometimes you just got that total package. But let's go back with New Edition. We're going back with New Edition on that, fam. We're going back with New Edition. New Edition on there. Because Bobby Brown is my point of defense on you don't have to be the best vocally talented inside the group in order to be that top dude. Eazy-E was the front man for NWA, but Ice Cube was writing all the raps. Excuse me. So you don't have to bring it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's where I'm sitting at. Also, I do want to sit here and talk to y'all just for a second about opportunities. All right. Opportunities are few or far between the ones that come across to you versus the ones you make. All right. Just know, just because you willingly put an opportunity away to the side, just know that wasn't the last opportunity that's going to be coming to you. Right. Just stay prayed up and your eyes on the prize, right? And then you'll find another opportunity. That window will open again. And the biggest part of that is you have to have acceptance. something I said about this culture. It just doesn't go with people. It goes with opportunities. It goes with other various types of situations. Know that that is not the only route. And sometimes you have to see what's in front of you versus seeing what you can go search for. And sometimes the simple answer to do is go with what's in front of you. You don't need to go search for a certain opportunity. Know that you got it within yourself to make it happen. But even with these people inside these groups, right? These people always want their shine. That shine will come out to the light. And it's all about timing. It's all about timing. That time is going to hit you no matter what. That's called fate. But also you got to know you have to have the faith, the perseverance, the foundation. You have to have that entire belief system. I put my belief in Jesus. Opportunity gonna come. That's what I want to leave y'all off with. That's the phenomenal legacy. That's what I based it off of, right? Opportunities. All right. Because there ain't too many up inside the world, so it's time to make our own. God bless y'all. God keep y'all. If you want to work with your boy, go ahead and let me know. I'm currently working on getting another person up on the show, a little co-host with me. And then I promise you, it's up, then it's stuck. We're going to keep the same essence. We're going to keep the same tone, but we're going to have a lot more energy. And I feel like we got some now, but I just be talking. God bless you. God keep you.